The man fired a shot into the sky, and the Japanese soldiers immediately rushed toward him. Yet he showed no fear, standing proudly as if showing off. Unexpectedly, they hit the jackpot. But the man had already vanished without a trace. Furious, the Japanese officer slapped his subordinate across the face. He then brought out a map and, after studying it carefully, decided to continue pursuing forward. Little did he know that the soldiers had already laid landmines ahead. When the man arrived, he ordered his brothers to make the landmines even more obvious. Though confused, the soldiers obeyed. Soon after, the arriving enemy noticed the disturbed soil on the ground and immediately sent engineers to clear the mines. They thought their opponents had poor mine-laying skills. By then, the man had already led his brothers to the next ambush point. What the officer didn't expect was that all these landmines were fake. This further confirmed his earlier assumption: the enemies were only trying to buy time. So the officer ordered his troops to quickly reinforce the headquarters, as the enemy's main force was launching a fierce attack. Although the headquarters was easy to defend and hard to attack, after several rounds of artillery bombardment by the soldiers, the already short-handed Japanese troops suffered heavy casualties. The officer inside the city hid in his office and called for support, but his distress signal was intercepted immediately, preventing the enemy from advancing quickly. Then, after being fooled by the decoy mines earlier, the man also laid conspicuously placed landmines in the area. But this time, the officer refused to fall for the trick again. He directly ordered his troops to advance quickly and ignore the fake landmines on the ground. Little did he know that the very last one was real. A subordinate suggested taking a detour to get to the headquarters, but it would take at least 6 extra hours. By the time they arrived, the headquarters would likely have already fallen. The officer didn't believe there would be more landmines ahead. Yet to his surprise, ahead appeared numerous mine craters. After inspection, the engineers reported that these were also decoys. But the next moment, the officer tried to send more engineers to clear the path, but all the engineers had already been blown up. He had no choice but to order his infantry to lead the way. But after just a few steps, the landmines detonated one after another, instantly wiping out more than half of the reinforcement squad. Enraged, the officer ignored his reinforcement mission and ordered all mortar shells to be fired, vowing to turn the area into scorched earth.